Good morning. Happy Monday. Fresh week, new intention. I did a live before my workout, hi Fart, in the bod group, so make sure you go over there and listen to it. But as I was doing my workout today, which was cardio, not a fan of cardio, Autumn in week 3 of the 21 Day Fix remix, she had all of the podcast members hold up a piece of paper with a word. And I was listening to her talk, and she was talking about how quick we are to count all of the ways it's not enough or we're messing up. We keep a score, a running tally in our head of those things all the time. And those things don't serve us. And so she was challenging those of us doing the workout, and I'm about to challenge you too, to write down on a piece of paper one win, just one. I want you to do this with me every day this week. Those of you who say you want to change your life, those of you who are committed to the journey, those of you who are maybe feeling super overwhelmed and you don't know where to begin, or it feels like it's been herky-jerky, start, stop, this is for you. This is for every single one of you. This is you shifting, changing the channel inside your brain and collecting the wins. Autumn had the best analogy. She was talking about how if you had a CD of all of your negative self-talk, all your mean girl chatter, if you continue to listen to that on replay, that will continue to be your truth. But she was challenging us, and I'm challenging you to take a nail or a knife or something and scratch the crap out of that. So that CD, that loop, those mean girl thoughts that don't serve you, no longer can play in your head. Is it as easy as that? We're all gonna write down our win and suddenly life is different? No, this is a living, breathing process. I have been doing personal development, listening to audiobooks, listening to podcasts on my walk, reading books. I've been doing this longer than I've been coaching. Ever since I originally started PIO, that's where I first started doing personal development, because Shailene Johnson was in my ear every day and she was like, you need to be listening to something outside of your own voice that inspires you. And so in Yuma, I would listen to a podcast, I would go on walks. It's really cool to see how all that personal development has kind of evolved over the years. And there's some things I still go back to, like The Energy Bus, which is a great book, by the way. But it's really true. Nothing will change in your life until you change what's happening up here and in here. Nothing will change. You could be completely devout with your nutrition. You could live off of spinach and bland chicken and never look at a carbohydrate again. You could drink all the water and prioritize the rest and get grounded and do all the things. But if you don't address what's happening in here, your personal belief and your self-talk, you won't ever change your life. You might change it for a second, but you're automatically going to go back into that loop that does not serve you. So I'm challenging you today and this entire week to do this with me. I'm asking you to do that. If you're here in this group and you're getting some kind of value, if you've been in my bod group, if you've been with me for a while, if I'm texting you today, I need you to show up with me, because this isn't just the Sarah Show. It's not just about, this is what helps me, guys. This is how we change our lives. This is how you take ownership of your journey. This is how you say, I'm going to draw this line in the sand because what I've done in the past doesn't necessarily serve me. And I'm not asking you to rearview mirror. I don't want you to drive looking through your rearview mirror. What happened this last weekend, last month, last year, last freaking decade? None of it matters. You don't need to do something differently today to make up for that. But today is your opportunity to begin again and to realign and to build your own belief and to grow your own consistency and to change your own trajectory. That's what we do here. This is not just workouts and superfoods and color-coded containers and yay, high fives, you worked out, your butt looks good. That's not what this is. This is you shifting the trajectory of your future. This is you changing, I'm talking, you're breaking up with generational garbage that has kept you stuck, that has kept you chained, and you can be a victim and you can live in that. You can go to therapy. You can even do the personal development around it. But if you're unwilling to change the words you're saying and the things you're listening to, if you're unwilling to take the action and get uncomfortable and say, this really freaking sucks and this is hard and I don't know if I'm gonna do it right and what if I fail? Oh, that's okay. We're all imperfect, messy works in progress, but it's not enough to say, okay, I'm in. No, you're gonna be in. You're gonna be in and you're gonna mess up and you're gonna miss a day and something will go haywire, but you know what? It's about you playing the long game. It's about you choosing to be the hero in your life and to change your story. And the way we change your story, it's not just a workout, okay? It's not even holding up a piece of paper with your wins. It's all these, it's you figuring out your recipe and then doing it every single day, even if you're literally just barely touching it, if you're just barely getting your head above water. I had someone text me this weekend, and there was so many things that had gone haywire and wrong, and like I was really impressed that she was able to still show up the way she showed up, and I was so proud of her. I'm so proud of you for coming to me with that and being like, this is where I'm at. And she said, I don't know how people do this. And I was like, I know how people do this. I know how hard it is. I have been in different seasons. I've had different trials. I've seen you guys walk it. I've been doing this a long time, and it's really freaking hard sometimes, like legit hard. And this is not a toxic positivity moment. It's not like you can do it, just dig deep, try harder. Sometimes you're on that struggle bus, and I want you to know I see you on the struggle bus. You're not alone on the struggle bus, but this is your ticket. This is your ticket to shift the way you view the struggle bus. Things are still going to happen. Things are still going to be hard, but we get to choose our hard. And we also get to focus on the wins and collect more of that. And I just know from my own personal experience and having coached freaking hundreds of you for years that when you make an intentional shift to focus on the wins, you start to see proof of more of those things, and you start to take different actions, and you start to show up a little bit differently with a little bit more pride and a little bit more enthusiasm. And that stuff is magnetic. It's like a domino, and you just start getting more and more momentum. So it's okay to feel that. Like, how do people do this? People have legit obstacles. Some of you have people in the hospital. Some of you are living in transit, and some of you are single mominant, and some of you work like 500 million hours a week. We all have different things, but we're all worth showing up to our journeys for. So I just want you to remember that your journey is going to be yours, and it's going to be specific to the season. It's not one size fits all. We're not all going to do the same workout and high five each other with matching pants. That's not what this is. This is about you being the winner in your life and choosing to shift the focus. So I'm asking you to shift your focus with me this week. If that is you, if you were like, oh, she's talking to me like I've been sick, or this has been happening, or so-and-so is in the hospital, or my spouse is gone, or I don't know how I'm going to do that. I literally don't know how I'm going to do this. This is what you do today. This is the thing you do today. Okay, you're listening to me, Gold Star. You're putting other people's words in your head. I had to do this with myself today because my anxiety was through the freaking roof. Through the freaking roof. And I could sit in that, and I could stew in it, and I could eat my feelings, and I could procrastinate my workout. I did procrastinate my workout, but I also forced myself to get on the Zoom call, to get in the middle of the bed, because I know if I do this alone, it's not going to feel as good. And I'm an introvert, okay? I am a recovering perfectionist introvert. I don't want to get in the middle of the bed. I do now, because I know that there's so much momentum and comfort and power in the community, in the collective, and in plugging in there. Where was I going with this? I started squirrel. I know. So I just want you to spin your life this week. I want you every single day to send me this. I want you to text it to me. I want you to message it to me. I want you to tag me on your social media. I want it to be messy and imperfect and not epic, because you're gonna be like, well, this isn't a big enough win. Yes, it is, okay? I want you to find one win every single day this week, Monday through Friday. This is an experiment. Please do it with me. Please don't make me be the only one. Please, can you please do this with me? Please, I'm asking you, okay? I wanna know what your win is. Maybe you drink water. Maybe you put your feet in the grass. Maybe you push play on a workout. Maybe you got in the BOD app. Maybe you listened to something for 5 minutes. Maybe you decided to not plug into that phone call that's not going to serve you. Maybe you zipped up your energy. Maybe you went to bed 5 minutes earlier. Maybe you unfollowed someone on social media that makes you feel bad. Maybe you created a boundary, or you booked the therapy, or you decided, I'm not going to think that way anymore. I'm going to put someone else's thoughts in my head and in my heart until I can create happier, more positive, I'm freaking winning thoughts. And it's not toxic. It's you shifting your focus. We all wear spectacles in our life. And if you go through life, it's hard, there's not enough, this is going to be a struggle, oh my gosh, it's a Monday, oh, Mondays suck. If you go through today and this week with that filter, guess what? You're going to find proof of that. Versus if you're like, you know what? Today it does, I don't really feel like it, but you know what? I plugged in. I did it. I moved my body. I drank my water. I ate a vegetable. I made my shake. I texted Sarah my accountability. What is your win? What is your win? What's going to interrupt that cycle that's not necessarily serving you? How can we throw you a parade? Throwing you a parade starts with you. You get to be the one to be like, this is how I won. And that's not showing off. And that's not you being too proud. It's not you tooting your own horn. It's you being honest and vulnerable and in it to win it, okay? So I don't care what workout you do. I don't care if you modify the modifier. I don't care if you just meditate. I don't care if you go for a 5-minute walk or you lay in your bed and you practice your breath. All of that is a win, and I need you to frame it as that. I need you to throw yourself the parade, to write it on a paper, okay? Every single day this week, Monday through Friday, I want to know. I want your accountability. I want to know. I want to celebrate alongside you. And yes, I'm going to share it on social media. Too bad. Okay, so you can cover your face. You can put it on the ground. But I want to see it with my own eyes. Okay, so I can shout you out and we can have a parade and we can collect momentum. This is an experiment. And I bet you $50 freaking in fart currency that at the end of that, you're going to be like, wow. It's actually easy. It's easy to collect these different wins. It's easy now to see, to have those perspectives. Like, I had a serving of ice cream and I enjoyed it. I didn't have to have the entire gallon, or I made my shake instead of whatever, or I pushed play in a 5-minute window when I didn't have time to do all of it, but I still knew that some is better than none and done is better than perfect, right? We're going to collect the wins. We're going to work on our filters. We're going to be super freaking proud of where we're at. We don't need to negotiate. And we don't need to say, I need to go back to day 1 and I have to start everything fresh today. No, you don't. Wherever you're at is good enough, okay? I want you to do the thing. I want you to be super proud. I want you to plug in and look alive and throw yourself a parade, okay? Okay, so here it is. This is mine. This is my first win of the day. My first one, the most important one. I moved my body to manage my anxiety. I did. And I modified, and it wasn't perfect, and my hip hurt during it, but I did it. I did it, and I can be proud of it. I don't have to go around telling everyone all the things, like it wasn't perfect, and I only got so much, and I had to modify. No, I did that. I moved my body. I'm super proud of me, and I want you to be proud of you today, okay? Okay.